Welcome to Night of the Living Geeks. If you geek out over it, we've got a podcast for it.
Wildflower, hear me roar, call through the valley, cursed forevermore.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of Tornado Tag Radio here on NOTLG.com. We're going to talk about ALLIN. We're going to talk about maybe some stuff that happened on Raw. I didn't take any notes for SmackDown, so whatever. We're going to talk about 205 Live, NXT, and we are going to venture back in time to STARRCADE 1996 and talk about 9-belt match between Ultimo Dragon and Dean Malenko. And we got some questions. But before we do all that, my name is John, and joining me this week, as she does every week, is the Christian to my edge, Marianne.
I feel like that makes the most sense. Have we done that one before?
I'm sure we have 176 episodes. If we have not,
I don't know why I feel like we haven't.
I'd be very surprised.
But I am definitely the Christian to your edge.
Yes. How are you?
So completely and utterly accurate.
What is going on in your life right now? Tell me.
Nothing really. I got my car back again.
Oh.
We had to refix the back of it because it had a chip missing from when they replaced the back.
Oh, geez.
And then they told me today that there's some of the clear coat or the whatever it is on the hood.
Yeah.
It's coming off, and that wasn't because of the accident, because it's on the front hood.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, and so we don't know what it's from, but they priced it at like $500 to fix, and it's only like the size of like my thumbnail.
Oh, well, that'll probably spread, is what they're saying.
Yeah, and they were like, I would take it to the dealership first because you've only had it since January.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I'm like, oh, fuck no, I am not paying $500.
No, it'll be under warranty.
Yeah, it should be.
No, if you go to the dealership.
It better be.
It should be. There's no way it won't be. It's not even a year old.
Yeah, I'm annoyed. But yeah, they were like, we tried to buff it out, but it just looks like it's just not, yeah. So I have to take that back, and then I have to get oil in my car and stuff. Get ready for next weekend.
Oh yeah, Bola, the Battle of Los Angeles. Very excited for that.
Yes, despite the fact that we, for some reason, just can't even remember who's in Bola.
Well, we'll go over that next week. We'll talk about that next week. We don't have to talk about that.
Yeah, how are you? You watched ALLIN.
I did watch ALLIN. Did you not get around to it?
I thought about getting around to it, and then I sat down and I pulled up the site and I went, I don't want to pay $40 for this.
Fair enough.
So
ALLIN was fun. I mean, I will try and go over it as quickly as possible. It was very cool. I watched it with Lauren and 3 of my roommates. And I also watched it with Ray, friend
of TJP.
Yeah, he...
You just made the list!
He came over. It was a lot of fun. It was actually the first time we had ever hung out in person, which was cool.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I think we maybe tried once before, but it didn't work out. But he came over. He met all the roommates, and we watched ALLIN. It was a pretty good show.
You guys got to did you watch Best Friends?
No, we didn't watch the pre-show. Yeah, we didn't have that channel. But the show itself was a lot of fun. It was very cool to watch with people of various wrestling knowledge.
Yeah.
Everyone had a lot of fun. Everybody really loved the women's match. It was very good.
Which is I'm so happy about.
Yeah, it was a very good match. Stephen Amell did pretty well against Christopher Daniels. The Cody versus Nick Aldis match was also pretty good. We had a lot of people. We were all losing our minds collectively at the Hangman Page Joey Janela street fight, which ended with Page doing his finisher, which the name of it escapes me right now. That is what is happening. Oh my goodness. Adam Page, I apologize. Why can't I remember the name of his finish? It's killing me. This is killing me. And
is it a pun?
Kind of, but the thing about it right now, I'm looking at Wikipedia, and they don't list any of his moves on the. It's a rite of passage. That's what it's called. I believe that's what it's called. I'm sure that's what it's called. He did the rite of passage to Joey Janela off of a ladder through a table. It was pretty fucking brutal.
Joey Janela just gives no shits about his own well-being.
Oh, no, he doesn't. The Kenny Omega Pentagon match started out, Ray and I were like, I don't know about this. It doesn't really look like they're laying it in. Oh, and they must have heard us all the way from California because they started beating the ever-living fuck out of each other, and that match turned out to be a very good match. It was a lot of fun. The Okada Scroll match was fun, too, and the main event I wish it was a little longer.
Did the Okada Scroll match go too long?
It apparently, rumor has it went 12 minutes over.
Okay, that's just douchey.
Yeah, that's, yeah. So that took away from the main event, but I get to see Bandito. I believe he is going to be at Bola. I cannot remember.
Should be.
So I'm very excited to see him wrestle live because holy shit, he was on another level. But all in all, pretty good show. We'll talk about All In a little more later. Someone asked us a question about it, so we'll get to that. Raw. Let's talk about some stuff that happened on Raw.
Yes.
Ziggles and Drew are the new tag team champions, rightfully so, I guess. You know, got to get a title on Drew.
I don't understand them as a tag team. I feel like that's such a thing, is just like tag teams that don't make any sense and don't have tag names and still come out separately to different music.
Yeah, that, I mean, even Sheamus and Cesaro did that for a little while.
I miss them.
I mean, they're out and about now, so they're on the SmackDowns.
I love Cesaro so much.
But they're the new tag team champions. Apparently, Drake Maverick, who we will talk about in about 2 to 3 minutes here, is the littlest SWAT team member. He apparently is managing the Authors of Pain now.
Because they're not interesting enough to stand by themselves, and I feel like I've said that a lot.
Well, they should have just kept the manager they had with them before. And I don't know.
I know.
Paul Ellering. I don't know why they got rid of him. It made no sense.
Was it like health-related issues?
I hope not. I love Paul Ellering. He's great.
He looks like Ben Kingsley. But still, yeah, it just goes to show you that it's like they have to stick somebody who's really good at talking with a pair of big, dumb, boring wrestlers.
Yeah, very true.
That have no appeal at all. They don't stand out, other than the fact that they look exactly the same and have to wear name tags because of that.
Very true.
Their gear's not even original. It's just, I am not a fan of them at all, but we've known this.
All right. And speaking of not being a fan of, The Undertaker decided to make an appearance, and he came out and talked to HBK, and I was watching the Twitter machine, and everyone was shitting all over it, and my power grew that day.
What do you mean?
Oh, because everyone was like, this is fucking stupid. Why is this happening? This is so dumb. And I went, yes.
Oh, so they're finally realizing how fucking dumb and lame The Undertaker is and how he needs to, like, legitimately retire.
Oh, yeah. He's going to get exposed come Australia. Again.
Oh, again. Well, how many gold watches do we need to present to The Undertaker to get him to leave?
I don't know. Maybe 40. I'm not sure.
Yeah, like a billion. Maybe, like, a solid gold belt. And then, like, the heart of a child. Ugh. Or, I don't know. Just go away. Go away! And
apparently everyone on the Raw roster hates the Shield as they were arrested. They were arrested, and then they came back, and then everyone beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, like getting arrested ever stopped Dean from doing anything ever.
Yeah, true. Very true. But like, Roman Reigns was the
Dean
the
died
DD.
Once, and that didn't even stop him.
That's very true. I didn't have any notes.
Literally killed him.
I didn't have any notes for SmackDown Live. Apparently, there was a really great Daniel Bryan, Andreas Cien Almas match. Andrade, sorry. Maybe I'll get around to watching that. Who knows? But let's talk about 205 Live. And my first note is, where's my recap from Drake? I didn't see it. Did you see it?
I was there. It was there.
Maybe I just blacked out for the minute.
Where were you watching it?
I was watching it on the award-winning WWE Network.
I was watching it on Hulu, and they had it on there.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There kind of was one. I was like, what the fuck were you watching?
well, I was watching the award-winning WWE Network.
Yeah, because you had warned me about the opening match, but then so did Drake. That's how I knew he did a recap, because he mentioned a recap plus warning us that the opening
He's
match.
like, warning, you will be seeing the most boring man ever in the opening match. We had Gran Metalik versus, oh good, I don't have to watch this.
I don't want to watch Lucha House Party matches anymore either, to be honest.
Dude, I am beyond hyped for next week. We are going to get Gran Metalik, Buddy Murphy.
Can we just have... I would watch all of the Lucha House Party versus Buddy Murphy.
Oh, yeah.
But like I said this before, they're just going to do that same matchup, but how many combinations they can get away with.
Hey, I'm fine with it. They should just
as long
keep
as one
doing
of the combinations is Buddy Murphy.
Yes. I am
Because he's so fucking good.
100% behind that.
But most of the part, like, I feel really bad, like, really terrible, the fact that, like, Lucha House Party, I'm just like, it's one of these mass dudes that I can't tell them apart.
Oh, come on.
I literally can't,
That's-
because I'm so infatuated with Buddy Murphy that I'm just like him versus one of the Lucha House Party, but I always forget which one it is, because they're all wearing masks, and for some reason I can't tell them apart.
My God. Two of them have mouth holes, and the other one is Gran Metalik. Just start from there. And then one of them has fur on his mask.
And that's Lindsay Dorado.
Yeah, you know Lindsay Dorado. How dare you disrespect one of the members of BDK?
I feel like Lindsay Dorado would be the only one that I would be able to know the difference.
Yeah. Man, Lindsay's been around forever. Anyway, what do we got? Drake Maverick and a referee.
That match, so that opening match was way too long.
Oh, you watched it?
No,
you just
I
fast
didn't.
forwarded?
I had to fast forward really far.
Yeah, I had to fast forward a couple of times. It was very long.
Yeah, I was like, this is way longer than it should be. I'm almost at like the halfway mark and this match isn't even fucking over yet. What is going on?
Yeah. We had Drake Maverick and a referee, and then we had Hot Cop, Mustafa Ali.
You just made the list!
He's sad that Drake isn't wearing his AOP gear anymore, and I lost my fucking mind. That was great.
And he was like, you don't get to know what I do on Mondays.
Yes.
There was no way, though, that basically Mustafa Ali comes in and is like, I'm not going to stand here while like some good local jobbers get murdered. I didn't take a pledge to do that. I'm a one-man shield. Like, he's cops don't stand by.
True.
Mustafa Ali cops don't stand by while innocent local jobbers get murdered.
No, they do not.
That's not what he does. But he gets put on probation.
He does. Oh, my goodness. Put on probation. It's so bad.
I'm so excited for some vigilante justice, Mustafa Ali, though.
I hope he talks in a deeper voice.
He's masked.
I hope he does. That would be so amazing.
He's got like a Batman voice.
Yeah, that would be amazing. We then had Noam Dar.
You just made the list!
Taking on a local talent.
Did you delete the way I wrote it?
Yeah, I did. In every single fucking thing. Come on. What are you doing? Stop So this is what happens. We share a Google document, so I can see everything that Marianne does on my Google document. And she replaced the O's and Noam with a fucking heart. Everywhere it was written.
And I put little squigglies next to his name to remind Sean about how much I love Noam Dar, and then he deleted them because he's grumpy.
Yes. So Noam Dar versus a local talent, and then we had the man of the fucking hour coming on out, and I just realized we're going to get Noam Dar versus Leo Rush, and I am very excited for that.
Who I see every time I see Leo Rush, and every time he, like, the more he talks and the more I see him, the more he reminds me of a tiny bratty dream.
Love it.
Which I found out later that day that they actually were tag champs together in Maryland on the indie scene.
Yes, I do remember that they were a tag team at one point.
He's like a baby Velveteen Ricochet, and I'm super grossed out now.
Oh my god. Rick a dream? Oh my goodness. So Lauren was watching over my shoulder as I was watching this, and she said of one Leo Rush, I think he has too many abs.
Has she met Ricochet?
I don't think so, no.
She's seen him in person.
Yes, she has.
What?
I don't know.
You didn't get that soundbite, though, because you said Noam Dar versus Leo Rush. Let's fucking do it. And I'm waiting for a let's go!
I didn't get it yet, no. I haven't found a clean version yet. I'll find one.
I was gonna say, like, who is she referring to? Because Noam is perfection. Back the fuck up. I couldn't tell who she, like, was talking about.
No, she was talking about Leah Rush. This match is fine. I mean, Noam Dar, just beating up some dude.
Just beating up some people, doing some great European uppercuts. Fucking penalty kicking the shit out of this guy.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
And just looking overall just tan and beautiful.
We had a Cedric thing with our GM Drake Maverick,
who is dressed in the exact same color that the belt is. So I think he's just dressing for the job he wants, which is literally to be the belt.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Could you imagine a belt where the plate is just Drake Maverick's tan ass face?
And it's just him giving recaps of what's happening.
It's like some kind of like talking furniture in Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse.
It's like at the beginning of Looney Tune cartoons. Or the end of Looney Tune cartoons. Either way.
Or the middle. All of them.
So we already talked about Gran Metalik and Buddy Murphy next week. That's going to be great. Cedric Alexander is here, and he calls out Drew Gulak. But here comes one TJP.
You just made the list!
And his awesomely rad new music.
Please
it's so
take that back. It's terrible.
Good.
His music is terrible.
No, it's amazing.
No, I got so excited though. Like when TJP came out, I was like, yeah, at my desk. Like, I was like, man, I love Drew Gulak. But when a collective sigh of disappointment in the whole auditorium goes off when it's TJP and not Gulak, and I'm the only person that's happy,
Yeah.
That's just kind of music to my ears, except his music is awful.
Lauren did ask, why is his hair like that? And yes, she was indeed referring to one TJ Perkins.
What about his hair? His hair always looks like that. It doesn't look what are you talking about?
I don't know.
I need clarification.
I don't know. She's downstairs, so I will not
He
get
is physically flawless. I'm just defensive of my boys. I'm sorry. But what is his hair always looks like that.
Well, she doesn't really watch him that much, so I don't know.
TJ.
Anyway, we need to talk about TJP getting into the ring and just fucking it up on 17 different levels. They cut
it out of Hulu.
Oh, well, they didn't cut it out of the award-winning WWE Network, and I laughed my ass off.
I want to go watch it now and then videotape it and then just... Oh,
it was very funny.
He is just
and you could see Cedric be like, you can't talk shit to me right now because you just fucked that up.
Also, your Instagram post from like the day before was literally 50 posts of you wearing the same outfit as your Bitmojis.
Oh, wow. Goodness.
Which is literally a post. And I looked at it and I went, why do I want to bang this man? Like, why? Like, it was literally 50 posts on his story of just him wearing the same exact outfit. He's matching with his Bitmojis. I couldn't believe it.
Amazing.
I was like, the amount of effort to go into this, I don't even like shopping and trying on clothes, and the amount of effort you're putting into this, plus having to have somebody take a picture of you and then placing it next to you and your Bitmoji that's dressed in the same outfit. Like, the levels of what the fuckness are like off the charts. But that being said, he's nice to look at.
Drake Dadbrick is here. And,
since when did they have to? Since when did he need music to impose his will upon us?
I don't know. I have no idea. But it's going to be really great when Drake just gets fed up with all the goings on, and he just has the Authors of Pain beat the shit out of everyone.
See, this is what happens when they finally let older cousin Drake sit at the grown-ups table at Thanksgiving.
Yes, he brings his
when they
friends.
when they give him beer, he gets to try beer.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So
shit happens.
Our main event of the evening was TJP taking on Cedric Alexander, and I just want to say off the top right here, Cedric Alexander is a very talented wrestler, but I believe it is time for him to step aside, even if it's just for a month. Let's change it up here. But we have to also remember that the WWE is a bitter company, and they probably want Neville's streak broken.
Dude, he did that suicide dive and he clipped those ropes real bad.
Yeah.
Homie, you're not even a long boy. Do better.
Goodness gracious.
You're only like 5'10".
TJP did the penta breaking of arms move.
And hearts.
And hearts, sure.
Okay, so I am so okay with him taking Penta's moves. Not because I like actively hate on Penta, but it just looked so much cooler when you don't milk the shit out of it like Penta does.
Oh, when you just do it.
Yeah, when you just like do it a little bit and then just friggin' do it instead of like milking it, because then it gets old if you milk it every time you go to do it.
Yeah.
It gets old, and then I'm no longer impressed.
I think,
also, I just like watching TJ hurt people.
I think for me, I would much rather see TJP do that move, but with a leg. It might be a little more tricky, and if you want to just, pass that along to him. I think I'd like to see him do that with a leg instead, because, I mean, that's his
Can
finish.
you even?
He could figure it out. He's a smart lad.
Well, I talk about him later being so incredibly well-rounded. Like, you're lying to yourself if you won't admit that he is a technical mastermind.
Oh, no, he should be. He kind of is the shitty Zack Saber's junior heel of 205 Live, which is what he should be.
He's so well-rounded.
Yeah, no, he's great.
He's fucking fantastic, and people are just so irked by, I don't know, his hair or something about him that they're just like, TJ is blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, well, he's doing his job as a character of you making him very, very unlikable. But he's fucking fantastic. Like, he can hold his own, and pretty much you can put him against somebody who specializes in like in different things, and he's good enough at all of them to where he can hold his own in all of those types of matches.
Agreed. But pass that along to him. He should do the Penta arm breaking move, but with a leg. It makes more sense. It makes more sense because of his submission finish.
I mean, I can.
I'm just saying.
I missed his birthday, so I owe him something anyway. So.
There you go. Give him a new move.
I told him to axe kick somebody for me because it's my favorite thing.
Oh man, that'd be cool too.
He was like, but why? And I'm like, because I'm asking you to.
Let's also talk about this insane fucking lumbar check that TJP took. Jesus fucking Christ.
My Pinoy baby.
He is now dead. He is now pinned. And here comes Drew Gulak is here now. And
in some patriotic motherfucking trunks.
Yeah, he is ready to go, but of course...
He is legal eagle all up in this bitch.
But of course, once again, Jack Gallagher from behind, Drake comes out and is like, we can't have nice things, and then that's pretty much the end of 205 Live.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong at all.
I feel like Drew, like, if Cedric were to lose the belt, like, Cedric is not, like, well-liked enough for people to care if he did. Yeah. I think people like Drew more than they like Cedric.
I think that's fair. I think that's a fair statement.
You do? Okay, because I feel like there's a lot of other people that people would like more as the champion, and I feel like it's not a hack at like Cedric's wrestling ability because he's very talented. It's his presence isn't as it doesn't stick as well as other people's. It's like you only remember he's there when he's actually physically there.
Yeah.
But if you were like to list off people, you would list off everybody that has more outstanding personalities first.
Fair.
I don't know.
All right.
But also, Hot Cop is at the top of the list of everything.
Hot Cop.
You just made the list!
All right. So, NXT, we opened the show with Cassius Ohno taking on Kona Reeves. This match ended very quickly.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, he put him down real quick. And then
nobody wanted to watch it.
Oh no, cut a promo and basically said he was going to punch new people or something. I don't know.
You just want him to be like happy. I just want Cassius Ohno to be happy.
Yeah.
And if he just keeps punching like Kona Reeves in the face, why would you name yourself Kona Reeves? It's way too close to Keanu.
I think he knew what he was doing.
Clearly he didn't, because he got punched really fucking good.
He did. He got punched real good in the faces. Let's see here. Oh, boy. We had two very good matches on NXT this week.
Yes.
And one of them is Wesley Blake and Steve Cutler, the Forgotten Sons, taking on the Street Profits.
The Forgotten Sons, their name actually makes more sense than any other tag team I can think of at the moment, because I had forgotten that all of them existed.
Which is exactly the point. Also, oh my god, it's fucking Gunner from I'm sorry, not NXT, from TNA. Goodness gracious. What is he doing here? He's so menacing. He's just hanging out.
Just hanging.
Yeah.
The Street Profits theme, it starts and it sounds almost exactly the same as Lana's.
Fair.
But because it's the Street Profits and those dance moves are fire,
Yes.
it's better.
Man, let me tell you, the Street Profits as a tag team, talk about saving a career that was on life support in Angelo Dawkins. Jesus.
Yeah, didn't they do that with when they split up? Fucking, I don't even remember what Blake and Murphy's... Was Blake and Murphy's tag team just Blake and Murphy?
Yes.
I feel like they did the exact same thing, but the other way around.
They were just Blake and Murphy.
That's the worst tag team.
They had no name. But yeah, they split them up, and now both of them are back in fucking tag teams again.
Yeah, well, one of them's going off on his... Buddy Murphy is getting a singles match.
Yeah, very true. He's getting a lot more singles matches. Anyways, man... Montez with the suicide dive
and screaming right beforehand was so funny.
It was good shit.
I was like, "Am I watching Chikara right now?"
It was amazing. Wesley Blake clotheslined the fuck out of. I'm pretty sure it was Montez.
Yeah, it was Montez, and also there's no way he didn't actually hit him.
Oh no, he fucking killed him. Well, we'll talk about
choked him out, dude. That clothesline was beastly. That was insane.
We'll talk about actually getting hit later on in the move. There was a move. I don't know what it's called, honestly. It's like a straight jacket sit out slam. It's where they both took Montez's arms and wrapped them like around him and dropped him down.
Didn't 3.0 used to do that?
I feel like they did. I can't remember what that move is called.
That's a very 3.0 sounding move.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but I love that move. It's very cool. Marianne, what do we think of Cutler here? What do we think of him?
I had a whole spiel and then I deleted it because I realized that I was wrong after I typed it. I think he's a good replacement for Murphy because their tag team vibe and presentation makes more sense.
Yeah,
it's not like two really tan, like blondish, messy-haired guys. At first I had said they don't look as similar, and then I realized, no, that's a lie. They look more similar than Blake and Murphy did.
Yeah, they do.
Which is not a good thing.
Oh, no.
Because beforehand, I wasn't able to tell them apart unless they opened their mouths.
Yes. Yes.
And now it's like, I mean, at least they have like a style to go with them. And that he started bleeding, so good on you if you're gonna really work.
We'll get to that in a second. The Angelo Dawkins hot tag is very good. I was shocked.
Yeah, there's what is happening?
I have no idea. I loved Montez fighting to get the tag as well. That was some good stuff. That spinning corner splash by Dawkins was also very good. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, because John is just really, really not used to saying complimentary things about Angelo Dawkins.
Yeah, it's
ever.
very, very crazy.
I think your first time doing that was like last week.
Yes.
You're still not used to it.
Montez fucked Cutler's shit up with that knee on the outside. He broke his nose, actually. He legit...
Oh, that's why there was that much blood.
Yeah,
I was wondering. I was like, that's a lot of blood.
He legit broke his nose, and then we had some masked fellows come out and steal the Street Profits cups, and it turned out to be the Mighty.
What's in those cups, you wonder? Is it gummy juice? Do they drink it and bounce on their butts like the gummy bears?
Man, I hope so. The inverted DDT with the knee drop is an interesting finish. I think I like it. I'm not completely sure. And
I'm not sure how it is either.
Yeah, the Forgotten Sons get the win, and yeah, there you go.
I was too confused with them stealing the cups and why that was even like...
Yeah.
Okay, you steal those cups. Like, why is nobody testing what's in that shit to begin with?
Very true. We had William Regal interviewing Heavy Machinery, and it was all right, I guess.
It was awkward as hell.
Yeah.
What's the one he was talking to? Like the main one, the dumb one. He was looking around like he had literally never been in a fully lit room before. Yes,
I loved that shit. That was pretty funny. I was
like, what are you doing? Like, why are you looking like you're in like
Dozovic, Otis.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Ugh. Ridiculous.
Oh, man. Anyway.
It was just a very awkward segment.
We had Kairi Sane taking on Trish Adora. The belt was into the treasure chest, which was great. It was a pretty short match. Nothing too crazy here. Shayna comes out and she says some things, and then we start a fighting, and that's pretty much the end of that. We also had Tommaso Ciampa promo, which I didn't watch because I don't know. It's fine. We had Lars Sullivan and William Regal in the back, and we know that well-spoken man did not attack that Aleister Black.
Where are the police, though? When are they gonna, like...
It's very true. Where are the police? That is a great question.
Seriously. And how is it that the British man is the tannest one in the room?
I have no idea.
He was, like, tanned leather in that room.
Oh, yeah.
But it's William Regal, so there's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. But I really, really like this very strange gimmick that Lars Sullivan has, where it's just like, I'm a big scary guy who also definitely has a much larger reading list than you do. Yes,
very, very true.
Like I have my reading level is far, like I was reading like 12th grade literature when I was 11 kind of thing.
Yeah. Definitely.
Goddamn. I want to see him. Dog, can we get a segment of Lars Sullivan with slam poetry?
Oh my god. Oh god. I hope he actually, man, that would be the fucking shit in the main roster.
Lars Sullivan.
Oh god, no. That would be so bad. Ugh. I sincerely hope
his name itself is already really hipster.
Yikes.
Remember when they made Eric Rowan like super smart and he could solve a Rubik's Cube and made wine and all that other stuff?
Yes, and that lasted like 3 weeks.
It didn't even last 3 weeks.
Our main event of the
got hurt again.
Yes, I think he did. Our main event of the evening was the Velveteen Dream taking on Johnny Gargano, and let me tell you, Marianne, this match was very good.
It was extremely good.
I dare I say, for me at least, I think it was Velveteen's best match of the year. What?
I actually, you know what? I would have to go back and look at the matches again, but I think I agree with you.
I thoroughly enjoyed
There was just so much
match.
About this match, like just this, him coming out. Like I put a big block of this in the notes, but everything about Velveteen Dream is perfect. Yeah. Like he has surpassed all expectations I think they ever had for him, and his performance level is off the charts.
Yes,
like it is so seasoned for somebody that isn't a seasoned wrestler.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you see, it's especially in comparison to people who have been around and know the business, like that he has the brightest future because right now where he's at right now is brighter than anything else.
Definitely.
Like he is like, I can't even imagine where he'll be in like a year because he's already just so good.
Yeah.
Like, and he is unique as hell. He's so unique.
Absolutely. John Boy really laying in these elbow shots to Velveteen Dream. He's fucking just destroying him with this. We had a lot of cool things. I wrote down some back and forths we had. We had the slingshot plancha fake. Dream runs into the ring to go for a dive of his own, but Gargano hits that slingshot spear. That was good shit. He
loves those slingshot spears.
But this, like sometimes it's like, okay, this one actually felt like really good. Like everything that everyone was doing, it was their usual shit. But it actually felt like
fresh.
It
was in the right place.
Yeah. And
timed rightly to the right momentum and stuff. Like I feel like it was just, they work very well together.
Yeah. There was that, oh my God, that somersault dive that Johnny Gargano did onto Velveteen Dream scared the shit out of me. They were
I thought his tailbone was going to nail the corner of the steps, and I would honestly rather die.
Oh my God, that shit was, ugh. The rolling kick counter.
Scary.
Yeah, it was very scary. The rolling kick countered into the Famouser. That was cool.
I loved it.
That was some good shit.
I loved it so much. It was graceful and beautiful and just perfection. And even just like the way he delivers his moves when everything he does is character in character.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's like, it's almost like he uses his character instead of taking his moves and using the moves to develop a character, he does it the other way around.
Yes.
Like, and it's brilliant. Like he'll be like, well, what would my character do here? Not what would look cool here and then add my character on top of it. It's what would my character do here.
Yes.
And that's a very interesting way to take it. And it shows that he takes everything from so many different angles. And it's just like, I would just love to get inside his head. Like, he's so brilliant.
Absolutely.
And he's so young, and I hate him for it. I'm at that age where I'm starting to hate people for being younger.
Well,
it sucks, John.
Yeah.
Why didn't you warn me?
I don't know. I'm sorry. We had an attempt at the Purple Rainmaker onto the apron, which did not work. We had the Gargano escape on the outside. And Dream gets in before the 10 count. And you know what I didn't notice? This match actually didn't have interference, but it technically did. It was Johnny Gargano getting in his own way, basically, is what happened. And,
my God, the deepness.
I know. Little John Boy Gargano fan, when Johnny went up to him and, he was like, oh, man, what am I doing? I was like, oh, my God.
That's me, but I don't wear red.
Yeah, very true.
John vocally does not wear red.
No.
You're always like, I like this wrestling shirt if it didn't come in red.
Didn't come in red. Apparently, I found out that bees don't like the color red because they can't see it.
Bees? So are you invisible if you...
It's a different color, and they're like, what the fuck is that? I'm not going towards that. So I'm just going to wear red all the time now. Yeah. Listen, I know what I'm talking about.
Okay, John.
Gargano rolls...
ask for your credentials right now.
Gargano rolls back into the ring, takes a Dream Valley driver for his troubles, and it is over.
I want to go to Dream Valley.
My goodness. I love a good Death Valley driver. There is a company.
Dream Valley sounds like a level in a video game that I really want to go to.
There's a company out here called Dark Light Clothing, and they have they actually have a shirt that says the best dives are suicidal, and it's somebody doing.
Yes.
So, but they have a Death Valley driver one that they had it all in, and they haven't put it up on their site yet, and I'm a little upset because I want to buy it.
I want a Dream Valley driver shirt.
Well, maybe you will get one at some point.
I know exactly what clothing group you're talking about too. But also, yeah, fuck those shitty assholes chanting Johnny Failure.
How dare they?
That's just the most ridiculous. Well, also, it is been said so often now. I believe we can just call it fact. Fuck Full Sail.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever had anything nice to say about Full Sail. But yeah, that was NXT.
They did turn Becky Lynch into a face, though. That is something they did do. Anyway,
I feel like that would have happened eventually anyway.
Marianne, let's get in the time machine and talk about STARRCADE 1996. The opening match, the main event of this card was Hulk Hogan versus the Rowdy Piper. But we are talking about the opening match here between Ultimo Dragon and one Iceman, Dean Malenko. It is a 9-belt match.
That's more belts than the years I was alive at that point.
Yes, it is. It is for the Super J crown and the WCW Cruiserweight Champion, which was held by Dean Malenko. Oh, spoiler alert.
Yeah, whoops.
Whatever. We open with Bobby the Brain Heenan, Dusty Rhodes, and Tony Schiavone. I
love Dusty Rhodes.
Oh, he's great.
His voice is so iconically adorable.
It's the best. It's
like just
so
listening
good
to him, and I just get the warm fuzzies, and I'm just like, you have the cutest voice.
We had Sonny Ono sporting a New Japan Pro Wrestling shirt.
Sonny Bono.
Yep. Look at all them belts, Marianne.
I got 9 belts.
Yes.
Look at my belts. 9, not 1 belt.
I was just very fucking hyped for this match as soon as the Iceman made his way to the ring.
I was so excited, and it wasn't even because you have hyped up Dean Malenko so much for me. I'm just so fucking down for Dean Malenko.
Yes.
Like, his cool name has nothing to do with it. He's just cool with his Iceman swag, and no pun intended.
And that fucking ring jacket was
He's
legit.
Just so cool. He's so cool without even trying to be cool. And god damn it. Who was it? I feel like there was a cruiserweight wrestler who they did something on Twitter, and I remember sending it to you and going, this person's favorite wrestler is Dean Malenko. I feel like it was TJP.
Yes, I believe it was.
Yeah, and you were like, good! Like,
hell yeah.
Dean Malenko was so cool.
We had the
fuck you, Ben Kissel. He's not boring.
we had the Professor Mike Tenay come out to add to the commentary because 3 people's not enough.
I actually didn't mind it.
No, I didn't either. I'm just saying that's a lot. Normally
I would have, but I didn't for some reason. It wasn't a bunch of, it didn't turn into 4 people trying to shout over each other.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is what it usually turns into.
Oh, definitely. Every freaking time. We had Tucked In Shirtapalooza.
I can't wait to quote that back at you when that style comes back in.
Oh, man. That's going to be crazy when that comes back into style.
Watch tomorrow.
Oh, God. I hope not.
There was literally an entire row of white guys in NWO shirts and baseball hats.
Oh, yeah.
They looked like a computer-generated crowd. Like, plus, that one kid sitting on the aisle dressed like Sting.
Oh, my God. And he didn't move at all? That was good shit.
I tried multiple times, but I was like, I have to finish watching this. I can't keep getting distracted by Sting Kid. I wanted to do a shot of watching that match with the Super Zoom on Instagram and just do the TV show Super Zoom onto Sting Kid.
Oh, goodness.
Because that's all I could see. He wasn't moving at all. It was like all generic chubby white guys and Sting Kid. Like, it's great.
Yeah, look at all the white people in the crowd.
Oh my God.
It's frightening.
It was so frightening. And then the USA chants later reminded you, we're in Nashville. That makes sense.
Yeah. Marion, you have some words about a snap suplex?
Yeah, there was a snap suplex, and I realized I get really excited over those, like a well-delivered snap suplex.
Yeah, man.
And I don't know why. I'm just like, momentum picked up every time there's a snap suplex. Like, if something's getting really boring and you just do a snap suplex, I'll wake up.
Yeah, it's good shit.
I don't know why that's a thing. It's just like, it's quick and loud and just it'll break me out of my trance. Like, mind you, it won't work if you're Tony Nese. Very
true. Marion, what did you think of the Ultimo Dragon in his prime here? And have you ever seen Dean Malenko wrestle before?
No, I was waiting for you to tell me what Dean Malenko match to watch.
Yeah.
Because you love Dean Malenko so much. And I was like, I can't watch him. I'm not going to watch a Dean Malenko match until John tells me specifically which match I should watch.
There you go.
And that's why I was so excited last week.
So what do you think? What do you think of, let's go with Dean Malenko first.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, and you will. Did he make normal-looking guy a cool look?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, normal-looking badass guy, because I feel like that's all the rage now. Except you can't have a whole team of Dean Malenkos, because then you would become the Undisputed Era.
Yes. There you go.
But I really enjoyed that match a lot. I feel like they blended really well together.
Yeah.
It wasn't too forced on either side. It came out very naturally, and there wasn't a lot of, like, I hate showboating.
Right.
Which is weird because I do mention later that Dean Malenko has an air about him that's kind of showboaty.
Yeah, he could get showboaty from time to time.
But it's low-key showboaty.
Yes.
Almost, it's not like I'm going to be like average and then do something really cool and then be a showboat. I'll be like low-key showboat because I'm good all the way across the board. He's very TJP.
Yes. Yes,
so,
indeed.
and it's like he doesn't really have to do anything to showboat because it's like, oh, that was really good. He's showboating, and he's not really showboating. He's just good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like that's just the way it was delivered. I just really enjoyed that match. And also, like, I was talking about having too many people on commentary. I actually really liked the commentary.
Yeah.
It might just be a Dusty Rhodes kind of like, I'm just here to ease the tension kind of
strong.
person.
I love when they mentioned that the Ultimo Dragon doesn't mean ultimate. It means the final dragon. And Dusty Rhodes was like, that's strong, baby. That's strong. I was like, oh my God.
I want to go watch all videos of Dean Ambrose doing Dusty Rhodes' voice now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, also just the little comments
People are dying. They're already dead. This isn't funny anymore.
Just the little comments from Bobby the Brain Heenan. You got to hook the trunks, and everyone's like, "What are you talking about?"
Didn't they talk about like a three-quarter crab or something like that? And he was like, "That doesn't make any sense." And they went off in this whole tangent of they were like,
It was fun. I loved the WCW commentary team.
It wasn't. They weren't like shouting over each other, which I really like. No. When they start to do that, that's when you get like, shut up! I'm trying to watch a match.
Absolutely.
type thing.
I loved the fake out moonsault into the suicide dive headbutt from Ultimo Dragon. That
was a short ass dive.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was scary.
I love not the originator, but one of the first people to do the snap power slam that one Randall Orton does all the time, Dean Malenko.
The snap power slam, and also you kind of see a weirdness. Well, yeah, Randy Orton is just like, I'm going to hug you so hard I knock you over.
Yes.
I'm so excited to see you kind of thing.
Marianne, let's talk about this fucking jumping tombstone pile driver that the crowd just loses their fucking mind for.
I screamed.
That was insane.
Was that jump even necessary? I feel like it was added in there just kind of like a, like skip, hop, and a jump kind of thing.
And also, that was such a safe pile driver, too. I think the jump is mainly so he can... make it safer and kind of tuck him in a little bit. Oh, that was good shit. Love those not Dean Ambrose, my goodness. Love those Dean Malenko double underhook power bombs. Good shit.
And then he went into a lateral press, but he rolled over him.
Yeah.
And it was and that's what I'm talking about when I mean low key kind of showboat. It was look at this really cool move I'm going to do, and then I'm just going to so naturally lateral press kind of thing.
Man, the ref started counting them down real fast as soon as I wonder if they were pressed for time, and he was just trying to move it along a little bit.
It didn't seem like it was going that long.
Yeah, it didn't go. I think it was like a 20-minute match, honestly.
I don't even think it was 20 minutes.
Sonny Ono gets involved when we get the Texas Cloverleaf.
There was an acai moonsault.
Oh, goodness, yes, that acai moonsault. I forgot about that. Man, that roll-up after Sonny Ono interference was, very close.
Is anybody on Twitter named acai moonsault, but acai spelled like the berry?
I don't know. You should find out. How's the berry? The berry is spelled like AQ...
No.
it's
ACAI.
Yeah, ACAI.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but with a C.
I'll see.
Yeah, it is.
No one is named acai moonsault.
Somebody needs to be.
If I wasn't so worried about my Twitter brand, I would change it. No, but then we'd both be moonsault.
So
forget that. Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Anyway, what a brainbuster by Dean Malenko here as well. But a very abrupt ending with the double underhook suplex from the Ultimo Dragon to get the win and get 10 million belts at once.
Dude. And he was drooling green or blue or whatever it was the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
That's some dedication.
It was a good match. I really enjoyed it.
Yes.
So, our next week, our match. Oh, goodness gracious. I said, you know what? I want to watch a Jake the Snake Roberts match. And we're going back to 1986. Around Thanksgiving time, and we're going to Saturday night's main event. We're going to watch the Macho Man Randy Savage taking on Jake the Snake Roberts.
Man, I wish I had memories of that, but I wasn't even alive.
I didn't even know what wrestling was at that point. So, there you go.
Okay, so I guess we're kind of even then.
Yeah. News item. Courtney Rose will be joining me for weekly, hopefully, recap of the Mae Young Classic 2. It has started. I have not watched it.
Meaning that you will actually have to watch it this time because you didn't before.
Yeah, I didn't watch it last year. Well, I watched some of it, but not all of it. But anyway, we got 2 questions, Marianne. Let's make this quick because I haven't eaten dinner yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Oh, John.
Let's talk about, somebody asked us about our top 5 factions of all time, and the reason someone asked us this is the WWE put out this fucking horrible bullshit top 10.
It had to have been like they wanted to piss people off.
Top 10 factions of all time. Let's go down the list, shall we?
It started off being wrong already at number 10.
So number 10 is the Undisputed Era, which is already fucking wrong. So let's just continue here, shall we? Number 9 is the Freebirds. Number 8 is Nexus. Number 7 is the Hart Foundation. Number 6 is the New Day. Number 5 is Evolution. Number 4 is the NWO. Number 3 is DX. Number 2 is the Four Horsemen. And number 1 is the Shield. There's a lot of things wrong with this, Marianne.
There's everything wrong with that list.
I'm going to tell you right now. Here are the things that are wrong with it. The Shield is at number 1 is
Wrong.
Is very wrong for number
The Shield's
of reasons.
great.
Oh yeah,
but...
no, they're fantastic. All former world champions, one current world champion. They hold a bunch of titles. They're very dominant, yes, but goodness gracious, the Nexus. I could see that.
I feel like they did this list to incorporate like newer fans in as well, and they would want to put like if they didn't put the Shield at number 1, then the dipshit fans that everyone hates would be pissed.
The Freebirds are only on there probably because Michael P.S. Hayes would have fucking complained if they weren't. And Undisputed Era, just get the fuck off this fucking planet. List. You're out of your fucking mind. Number 10. Jesus Christ.
You haven't even been around long enough.
That is just fucking infuriating.
Have they even been around for 10 months?
No.
Exactly.
Maybe. They might have been. I don't know.
No.
All right, let's go over my list. My list is a tad different.
Yeah.
And I was going to, it's like, let's top 10 wrestling factions of all time. Well, it's like, is that everywhere? Or, so what I did is I limited it to properties that are owned by World Wrestling Entertainment, because I was just like, I think that's a good place to stay put right now. I have number 10 is the Triple Threat, which is an ECW faction that consisted of a different couple of members, but for the most part, it was Bam Bam Bigelow, Chris Candido, and the franchise Shane Douglas. Other incarnations of this, I believe the actual original Triple Threat was Shane Douglas, Chris Benoit, and Dean Malenko. Yes, that was the original group. But the second one was the more famous one, which is the one that I enjoyed.
Were they real triple threats though?
Yeah, I thought so. They were very dominant. They're a dominant group.
I look at Triple Threat and then I just think of it in terms of theater.
Yes.
And then I'm like, oh ho, but have you met a quadruple threat?
Yeah.
Hello.
They held, let's see, they held every ECW title that they possibly could multiple times. So there you go. That's all I got to say about that. Number 9 is the Nation of Domination, which, holy shit, how is that not on the fucking WWE list? That shit makes absolutely no sense. You basically kickstarted the career of one of the greatest entertainers of our time, The Rock. And I thought they were pretty fucking cool. They had great music. They had fucking, oh my goodness. They had dudes rapping their theme song. It was Wolfie D and, somebody else. I can't remember his name. Oh, I'm sorry, other guy. It was good. It was good shit. And then you had, like, they ended up breaking up into different groups, and they had, like, a gang war. It was fun. It was good shit. But, I mean, if anything else, I am a huge D'Lo Brown fan, so fuck yeah, D'Lo Brown. That's all I got to say about that. Number 8 is the New Day. I mean, look, the New Day, longest reigning tag team champions. Everyone thought they were going to be terrible, and now they're the most fucking over thing ever, and they're great. So that's why I have them there. Number 7, I have the Shield. Might be a little low, but give them, let's say, in 2 or 3 more years, I'll move them up to the top 5. How about that?
Yes, I'm okay with that.
How about that? Number 6, surprisingly, is the Ministry of Darkness / the corporate ministry / the corporation. Look, I know. I picked the stable that had The Undertaker as its leader. But let me tell you, as much as I dislike The Undertaker, man, the Ministry of Darkness was fucking sweet. Basically what happened is, what did they do? It was basically they blurred the line where The Undertaker, Mark Callis literally thought he was The Undertaker, and he had become like a crazy person, and now
let's make him literally think he should retire.
You know, that would be great. But he had a cult. He basically had a cult, and he would kidnap people and bring them under his spell, and it was pretty fucking cool.
Is that not the Wyatt family?
Basically, yeah. He had the Acolytes, were his first two members with Paul Bearer. They kidnapped Midian and turned him into a crazy person. It also had Viscera and the Brood. It was fun. I liked it. It was pretty cool. And then you had the corporation, who was basically, it was Triple H, it was Big Boss Man, it was China, it was Vince and Shane, and everybody else. And then they ended up teaming up to become the Corporate Ministry. So it was just like this super group that was just basically unstoppable. And they basically...
So like real-time Big Religion.
Yes, basically.
That's scary.
Yeah, so, the 90s were fun. Number 5 is the Hart Foundation. I don't really think I need to say anything more. Hart Foundation was fucking cool. Number 4 for me, it might be a little high, but I fucking love Paul Heyman. We know that. And I also fucking love old school fucking NWA, WCW. So, of course, I was going to put the Dangerous Alliance on here. Why wouldn't I have the Dangerous Alliance on here? It's so good. I mean, you have a younger Steve Austin. You have Rick Rude, who, dare I say, for me personally, I liked WCW Rick Rude more than I liked WWF Rick Rude. I know it's a strange stance to take, but man, I fucking loved it. It was good shit. You had Arn Anderson, Bobby Eaton, Larry Zbyszko. Michael P.S. Hayes was there as well, and you had Medusa as well. It was a very cool group. I liked it. It was good stuff. Number 3 for me is D-Generation X. Pick which one. Doesn't matter. Good shit all around. They took two guys who were basically doing nothing in the Road Dogg and Billy Gunn. Well, they were kind of doing New Age Outlaws. They were doing New Age Outlaws a little bit before this, but as soon as they teamed up and formed the newer version of DX, man, they hit the ground running.
Road Dogg is Chuck Taylor's favorite wrestler.
Number 2 is the New World Order.
Makes so much sense.
Yeah. Number 2 is the New World Order. They changed everything. Forget what they became. That shit was the hottest angle and the hottest thing going. Hulk Hogan turns heel for the first time in like 20 years. Come on. That's some good shit. And it was great at the beginning. Do you feel
like if you did this list without just being the WWE, do you think the Bullet Club would be up there?
Yeah, Bullet Club would be on there.
Bullet Club would be everyone's every Mark's fucking list is number 1.
I don't know. They're not the best. They would probably be number 2 or 3 for me, maybe. Number 1 is Four Horsemen. As I said, huge WCW NWA mark. Love Barry Windham. Love Arn Anderson. Love Ric Flair. So, and I loved all of their feuds with, Sting and Luger. Even though Luger ended up being in the Four Horsemen. I loved it. It was good stuff. That's all I have to say. Oh, and Dusty Rhodes. Jesus Christ, you can't forget about Dusty Rhodes feuds. What the hell? All right, there you go. That's all I got. What else? Calvin says, oh, yes, I'm sorry. Do you have something?
Oh, no, I was going to say go ahead and add to that, because, I don't have... Both of these questions are geared more towards you.
Yeah. Do you think... Calvin asks... Calvin also asked me about the list, so those are both him. Do you think All In changed the game in terms of how shows will be booked? Do I think it will change? No, I do not.
It was successful as fuck.
It was very successful. Oh, my goodness. It was a very enjoyable show. I don't think it will change anything, really, honestly and truly. I don't know what it would change because, a lot of people don't have the pull or... maybe the drive that those three dudes had. So it's kind of like...
Or the money.
Yeah. So I don't really think I think it could. Maybe ROH would be like, look at these three dudes. They did it with barely any promotion, and we've got this.
They themselves are just giant billboards.
Yeah. So it could possibly change, but I don't really think it will.
given the fact that a lot of indie promotions just don't have the money.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
they are just like so completely disgustingly successful.
oh yeah,
Like that they could do it, and they could make the sacrifice of whether or not it would succeed or whether it would fail.
yeah, definitely.
Like they could do it, but a lot of other people can't afford to do that.
yeah,
Like either literally and figuratively.
yeah. All right, so next week we are going to watch that Jake the Snake Roberts Macho Man match from Saturday night's main event. When are you coming down here?
Wednesday night.
Oh, you're coming down Wednesday night, so we might have to record Tuesday. We'll figure it out. Anyway, we won't figure that out until we're off air or something. Anyway, so we'll talk Bola. We'll talk that classic match. But until then, you can like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Just search Tornado Tag Radio.
You can follow me on Twitter at Sailor Moonsault, and you can follow John on Twitter
At JP Thrice.
Subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, and now Spotify. Search Tornado Tag Radio. Rate and review us as well, please, so we know how we're doing.
Yes, please. And head on over to notlg.spreadshirt.com and buy one of our Tornado Tag Radio shirts. Hopefully sooner than later we will have some new designs for you to pick up over there. But also you can head on over to patreon.com/NOTLG and support TTR and all of the other podcasts on NOTLG.com. Huge shout out to, oh boy, who donates to us? Chris, I think Calvin does. I'm just going to shout out Dan because he's always cool and he sends me matches to watch, and he's just a good
We're going to
dude.
see Chris next week.
Yeah, we are going to see Chris next week. I am very excited for that. If you donate to us, thank you. We appreciate it. So there's only one thing left to do. So, Marianne, if you will...
Ring the bell, baby.
This has been a Night of the Living Geeks production. For more information and content, visit NOTLG.com.